How's it going, guys? I'm your host Korriban Gaming. Welcome back to this week's Adventure Quest release video. And before we start the video, I just want to give a huge shout out to Holo, and this is actually why. Okay, so you can see here on the forums, okay, I asked the question, how long more do we have to wait for the Devourer Earth and Shadow Stalker update to be done? Because for those of you guys that aren't aware or don't browse the forums frequently, a little while back they did a feedback thread on the Devourer Earth and Shadow Stalker donation sets because when it first came out, people didn't really like them. They changed it and then people hated them even more, okay, or at least some of the items. So yeah, they said that they've taken the feedback into account and they are working on it, but we haven't received any updates whatsoever for a few weeks now. I think it's been what, almost a month? I'm not really sure. So yeah, I asked for this and this was Holo's reply. I have created an INT back on the project to finalize the Frostveil price updates, so it should be soon. That is my fault for not following up and sorry for the lack of updates. Cam is still toiling away on the Underworld tomb, and as long as nothing explodes during testing, it will be ready later today. So yeah, the second part of the question, the second part of his response, that's got nothing to do with my question. But the first part of the response, guys, this is what I want to point out. This is what a good game lead should be like, you know, not running away, not shirking responsibility, but basically just, you know, owning it. Like okay, they admitted that they didn't provide the update, and they said, and they gave the solution that yes, we are working on it soon, so you can expect it soon. This is what I expect out of a good game lead, and I'm really glad to have someone like Holo as the game lead. I get that about a year or like 2 years back we did have a little bit of a drama regarding him, but you know, I felt like a lot of times, like Holo, he has done a really brilliant job of leading the game, and this is the type of response I expect to see from the people running the game. It gives me hope and gives me confidence that the game is being run by the right people, and the confidence that I can continue to support the game by making videos, by spending money on the game. So yeah, kudos to Holo. Thank you for this brilliant response. I hope that this will be like the way of communication going forward. This is, you know, these are little things, might be little things to you, but these are the things that instills confidence in your players, and you know, basically what makes your players happy. So yeah, keep up the good work. Really happy with this response that I've got, and I'm really looking forward to seeing the newly updated sets. Okay, so now that is out of the way, this week we also have somewhat of a smaller release, I would say. First off, let's start by going to the limited time shop. There's some new stuff there. So for those of you that don't know, this month we are actually celebrating Dage's birthday. Now, Dage has been with AE for quite some time now, and he used to work on AQ Worlds. Now he's currently working on AQ 3D, if I'm not wrong. So he has never worked on Adventure Quest before, but he is one of the more well-known members in the community and in the company, I would say, because of his amazing work with the Undead Legion inside of AQ Worlds. So we are also getting some nice stuff inside of AQ for his birthday. Granted, most of them probably come from AQ Worlds. Let's just check out the artwork. Okay, I don't really recognize these, but yeah, some are just V colors, but you know what, that's fine. Okay, so let's just go through the stuff one by one to see what we've got. So most of them are unfortunately Z tokens, like the Chilling Legion Light of Destiny, this one. Okay, it's tokens, and you can spend SP to break out of immobilizing statuses. So similar to some of the old Legion Lights of Destiny, I don't really think it's worth picking up unless you like the artwork. The black, I do dig it. I think it looks really good, but it's not good enough of a reason for me to pick it up, considering that we have many other better ice weapons inside the game. Next up, the Abyssal Legion Light of Zealotry. So the Lights of Zealotry, what they do is you take a bit more damage, but in exchange you deal more damage. And the only one worth picking up, in my opinion, is the Wind one, which isn't shown here. Because for the other elements, like for the Darkness one, we have better items inside of the Golden Gift Boxes, like the Agony's Embrace. So if you have the tokens to spare, then I would advise, you know, just getting those from the getting the Blade of Agony from the ultra rare golden gift box instead of spending it on this one. And if you buy it during Black Friday sale, that will give you like almost 60 chances for the same price. So yeah, in 60 chances, I would say you have a pretty high chance of getting an ultra rare box and pulling whatever you need. So yeah, just save it. I don't think it's worth. Next up, the Torrential Legion Light of Zealotry. Same thing but water. This one I definitely don't recommend this because there is a water blood blade inside of the rare shop, and rares are very easy to pull. So yeah, just get the water blood blades from the rare shop. That will work better, and it's also cheaper. Underworld Tomb. This is new. Okay, so it's a Mastercraft Darkness Tome. I don't think we have a Darkness Tome. Some might count the Cerberus one, the Cerberus Tome as a Darkness one, but I think that's more fire than Darkness. Technically, it's a Compression Tome, but now we have a fully fledged Darkness Tome, okay? It comes with 4 options. First one, Skull Scare. Only causes your turn to use. Does no damage, but instead attempts to inflict a 4-turn fear. 50% save inflicts with your intellect, and the enemy resists with charisma. So this one, looking at it, if the monster has 100% dark resist, it'll be 26.79% fear for 4 turns. That is, I wouldn't say it's very good, but it's not very bad either. Yeah. Keep in mind, this is also completely free, apart from the fact that it does cost you 1 turn. But yeah, other than that, I think it's not bad. It can have decent synergy with something like the Fear Eater skill from the the Terror Blade. Yeah, that would be nice. Next up, we have Skull Scream. Okay, it's a normal darkness spell, and it costs us, let's see, what's the MP cost? Should be standard, right? 642 MP, okay? Consumes up to 400% melee worth of fear on the monster to boost damage by up to 400% melee. If it doesn't consume any fear, then it deals minus 5% damage. 3 hits. Okay, this is actually not bad. It can consume up to 400% melee, and that is huge if you think about it. But that being said though, 1, you need to inflict fear on the monster for this to work first. And 2, this is only 3 hits. So even if you can boost it to a ridiculous amount, 3 hits is really not that great in today's standards where we have so many different types of damage caps. It would be better if they gave it something like, even the standard 4 hits would have made it better in my opinion. I don't know why it's 3 hits, but it's an okay skill, I guess. Next up, we have Skull Swell. Buffs your intellect, okay, by approximately 92.5. Okay, this costs a turn and 40%, and costs how much MP does it cost? Okay, 257 MP for a 92.5 intellect boost for how many turns? It doesn't say. It doesn't say how many turns it is. This does cost a turn though. So, it buffs your intellect for 3 turns. Okay, this costs a turn. The fact that this is not quick cast, yeah, I'm not such a big fan of it. It is pretty cheap at only 257 MP, but you know, personally, I would have went for something like the intellect buff spell instead, arcane amplification instead if I wanted to buff, or you know, I could have used something like the shield cake to buff. Was it shield cake or royal cake? I can't remember which one gives the intellect buff. So yeah, I will use either of those two instead because those are quick casts and this is not. My suggestion would be to make it quick cast, maybe just increase the cost a little bit. I think that will make it better. And of course, your last option is draw mana, just a standard MP heal. And bonus, for each darkness spell in your active inventory, all magic darkness spells gain plus 2.5% damage. So on its own, this is actually not a bad item. I would like to say it is decent, but is it worth picking up right now for 5,940 tokens? I'm going to say no. I would say save your tokens. There's better stuff out there. Maybe not for the same price, but maybe for something a little that costs a little bit more. I think you can get better stuff than what is presented here. So I would say this is a skip, at least for me. What do you guys think? Maybe Tome Majors, you guys like this? I don't know. I think it's not bad on its own, but there's just better stuff out there, okay? So I'm not going to pick it up. If it costs us gold, I'll pick it up in a heartbeat, but this costs us tokens, so yeah. And last but not least, we have Legion Fan. Darkness swaps between melee range magic. Nice, so it's usable by all builds. Plus 8 BTH lead. It swaps between a folded club or blunt weapon, deals extra 5% damage. Unfolded is a dagger, deals minus 50% damage and leaves the monster bleeding. Ooh, okay. Mob can resist with a save and minus 20 penalty. Inflict with main stat overlap, most likely a dexterity stat if you're going to be using the dagger form. And monster resists with endurance. Okay. No, because the weapon is so small, you can't change between folded and unfolded during the pre-battle menu. Wait, what? What? Is this a bug? Interesting, very interesting. Let me just buy this because this only costs us gold. Yeah, this is something you can showcase. And then of course you have the painting, Legion LTS portal painting. Man, I don't even have enough tokens to buy that. Ooh, it's the altar of Caled Bog. Wow, I'm really glad they chose this to be the painting art. This looks amazing. So yeah, if you want to save a little bit of tokens, I guess you can buy this right now. And then wait until Black Friday and then buy the other one. Alternatively, what you can do to save even more tokens is to just buy the lowest level version here. Yeah, of whatever you want, and then upgrade it during Black Friday. I think that should be available, right? So yeah, you can do that as well if you don't want to buy the painting. Man, I love the artwork of this painting. It looks amazing. Oh, by the way, guys, there's also a 50% Z token sale going on right now. We don't usually have 50% sales very often inside of Adventure Quest. I wish 50% sales will come around more often, to be honest. We do have sales throughout the year, but mostly they are like 35%. So our 50% sales are usually quite rare. So if you need to stock up on tokens, now is a very good time to go ahead and buy some Z tokens. For me personally, I know I'm low on tokens, but I told myself that I'm not going to spend, at least not for a good while, okay, on this game. Nothing against them, but it's just that, you know, I need to cut back my spending on this a little bit. Okay, also there's really not any new packages that really piqued my attention enough for me to like really want to get it. So yeah, for me, I'm not going to spend for now. But for those of you who need tokens, now is the best time to spend. 50% sale, man. Lots of great stuff to pick up. By the way, you guys can check out my Z token package tier list. I think most of the items there are still quite updated. So check that out if you're wondering on what token packages to buy. Okay, and let's shift this item up and then we can showcase it. So apart from this, they also updated 3 quests in the Devourer Saga, okay, and they are all very short quests, no fighting. I think it's all just dialogue, assuming they didn't change anything. So we'll go ahead and check that out as well. Let me just bring this all the way up first. Up. Save. Okay, let's go. Devourer Saga. So the 3 quests that got updated is Huntress versus Yoga. Let's do this first. Ooh. They still kept the animation. I like that. I don't think they changed much in terms of dialogue. It brought me to the basement of the Guardian Tower. This place is closed off to almost everyone. How did you? I can rip open interdimensional doorways using the Gauntlet of the Galleon. Well, that just brought up way too many new questions. Okay, so you know who my grandfather and great-grandfather and their great-grandfathers were. How do you know that stuff, and why do you abduct me from my own inn? And you better have some good answers or these gloves are coming off. You, Yoga, are in possession of some important knowledge that will impact the very future existence of law. I have a sacred duty which I have followed for centuries, and I will stop at nothing to succeed. I do not know you, and I do not know your allegiance. But I promise you this, if you do not do as I say, if you challenge me, I will have no choice but to flay the flesh from your bones. Ooh. Don't you think that's a little harsh? I mean, we barely know each other. Maybe you should start over again. Tell me where your ancestors hid the weapons, blacksmith. What weapons? I hate to tell you, but my ancestors and I have made an awful lot of weapons over the years. And again, I don't know you. I'm getting a really bad vibe from... Okay, typo here. Come on, you guys. Freaking revamp the quest, but there's still typos? Really? AQ stuff? Like the worst possible things in the world follow you around everywhere. You had better tell me what exactly is going on, or... I brought you here because this is where secrets will be kept. The last Guardian Tower of Law, storage place of many valuable things. Perhaps even a locked book will be kept here, a book that only you could open, that tells of where the weapons were taken. I don't know about any book. You only need to look for it and it shall find you. Now look, I need to know where they are. I think you need to get out of my way. I'm not doing anything until I talk to some friends of mine. Oh! You're a lot stronger than you look. Hehe. Did I tell you that you have very nice eyes? No, you haven't, but the last thing I need to hear is a compliment. You, by the way, are a lot heavier than you look. The book of your ancestors is here, and only you will know how to open it. Inside, you'll find the location of the weapons I seek. Why can't you tell me more? For now, the less you know, the better. Okay, I'll open the book, but you better pray you're one of the good guys when the time comes. Prayer will be of little help to any of us, bearded one. Okay, so there's a shop. I don't think there was a shop previously. So let's see what this shop has for us. So we have miscellaneous items, the red moon dao. So there's a gold version and a token version available. Obviously you want to get a gold version. So it's a water miscellaneous item. Gives you 50 strength and 50 dexterity. Okay, all of these numbers are at max level. Water resistance, so it's the standard 0.5% water resistance. And gives you, Mastercraft gives you plus 20 cold potency. Interesting. Using the Dunamis out leveling formula has Z token versions for sale as well. Okay, so yeah, it's not, I don't think we have many cold items inside of the game. I think the staff wants to introduce more items that inflict the cold, which is really nice because we almost don't have any. In fact, I literally don't remember anything that inflicts the cold except for the premium Z token package that I showcased a while back. The, what was that called again? It's the ice one. Fidget Devouring Saga. Yeah, apart from that package, I don't remember any like modern day equipment that actually inflicts the cold and is actually useful. So yeah, maybe this is a hint that they are going to release more items that inflict the cold. I think that's really cool because the cold is actually a really good status. For those of you guys who don't know, you guys can go ahead and check out my showcase video of the Fidget Devouring Saga along with the Aquilov package. Kind of the top right corner of the screen right now if you guys want to check that out. So yeah, the cold is actually a super strong status, and this tells me that they are probably going to release more of it. So super excited to see what else they'll do. So we'll put this in here and we'll just show it off to you guys later on. Next part. You're lying to me, weren't you? You knew where the book was all along. Not exactly. As soon as we arrived here, I had a strange feeling. Gave me goosebumps. Something tells me that this book you want is in these boxes. Get it? Okay. The book is actually there. Weapons of Salvation. Written by Dage, Metal Master, Oaklaw Village. On this, the third harvest moon after our blessed return from hiding, I, Dage, Snitedge of Oaklaw Village have sat down to keep record of discovery. Of a discovery we have made that may one day help our ancestors, should the abominable evil that ravaged our lands ever return. Alas, this discovery was made many years too late to help the thousands who did perish in the grasp of the World Eater. I, being a blacksmith, was charged with finding a way to make the glowing metal into weapons of the highest order, and then hit them on a long trek to... Who goes there? I recognize you. Wait, they're seriously still using this old avatar? Come on, and why does he not have hair? I recognize you. You're the innkeeper and blacksmith. How did you get down here? Only we elite tower guardians can enter the basement. It wasn't me. I was teleported here by that woman. What woman? She calls herself the Huntress, and she was right here just a minute ago. Okay, I don't know what you've been experimenting with down here, but put down the hammer and raise your hands in the air. You're coming with me. Oh. Whoa. Oh wow, that's so cool. Please tell me they are not going to leave me here to take the blame for stealing the book and knocking out this elite tower guardian. That is exactly what I'm going to do. When he wakes up, you'll have a witness at least. Until then, you are on your own. And what's your next move going to be? Come on, give a blacksmith a break. What's going on down there? Okay, another shop. I think it's the same shop. Let's just check. Oh no, different shop. Okay, we have the Huntress face. Oh, they shifted Gwen's custom face here. Very nice, very nice. I believe this is the non-CC version. I think there's a CC version inside of the inside of Wallet's color custom face shop. So yeah, oh, very nice. Wow, congrats Gwen. One of your items got added into the game. Like, you know, on in its own separate area away from the custom faces area. So yeah, that's very nice. Yuga. And for those of you who wants to cosplay as Yuga, now we can do so. Awesome. Next part. Atix, what took you so long? I've forgotten this jail was under the Guardian Tower basement. How is that guard doing that the Huntress knocked out? He'll live. He confirmed your story about this Huntress, and Hans did too. We'll have you out of here in no time. Why can't you get me out of here now? Someone lost the key. Nice. Wally and Robina took off following the energy signature of this huntress special portal making glove you mentioned. Just get me out of here soon so I can actually help catch her. I'd like to see her behind these bars. Okay, shop. Always the shop first. That's most important, right? Jail time. Okay, what do we get? Paintings. Yoga missing. 300 tokens. Damn. So it's a wanted poster of yoga. Okay. Chase the Huntress. Is this the next part? I think this is the next part. So yeah. We'll not go through this. I'm just going to skip through that because I don't think this is part of the... This hasn't been revamped yet. Anyways, guys, the so-called revamp that they did, they didn't bother changing anything in the quests. All they did was update the rewards or like add a reward shop, something like that. I think that's a little bit... I felt like they could have done something better, like, you know, the animations they can keep the same because the animations in the past, they were really good. But what I think that they could have done is update the avatars. Some of them are using like super old avatar models, like come on. And also update the writing at least, like, you know, do away with the typos. Don't need all the fancy writing, don't need to change the story and all of that. Just remove the grammatical, spelling and whatever English errors that are inside there. I felt like that's the bare minimum and I think those things should be fairly easy to do. Okay, of course I'm not the one making the game, but yeah, I felt like they could have done those things as well to make it really seem like a revamp. Like if your idea of a revamp is just to update the shops and, you know, add new stuff to the shops, that's a little bit lackluster for a revamp in my opinion. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Okay, so now let's go ahead and check out the Legion fan item. Modify your weapon. Ooh, change mode. Ooh. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Click, change mode again. Now can inflict bleed, right? Bleeding, okay. Oops. Probably change type. .354. 0.589. Okay, so it does stack. Ooh. Wow. Actually, the stacking is not bad. Wow, okay. Stacking is pretty good. So for those of you who wants to play a... Oh, wow. Damn, no boosters whatsoever, guys. This is insane. Dude, the stacking is crazy. Yeah, for all of you fully defensive builds out there who wants to play Bleed, this is crazy. Crazy. What? Oh my god. Wow, this is one of the best stacking items I've seen so far. Damn. Initially I wasn't impressed, but looking at how it stacks right now, this is insane, dude. Damn. I think it stacks really well. You can boost it with like the Shark series of items. I think those have some bleed items in there as well. I can't really remember what they do, but yeah. Damn, guys, if you are playing a bleed build, highly recommend everyone to pick this up. This is so amazing, and the fact that you can switch between all three different damage types, that makes it even better. Okay, now let's check out the miscellaneous item here. Okay, artwork is not bad. Red Moon Dial. Potency of the coal, minus 20.6. Yeah, easier to inflict the coal, but for those of you guys who don't have the Frigid Devouring Saga Z token package, this is pretty much useless for now, at least until they introduce more new equipment. If you have the Frigid Devouring Saga package, I highly recommend you guys to pick this up so you can use it together with this item. Other than that, for now, yeah, there's no other reason to pick it up if you don't own that package. And that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Let me know what you guys think of this release down in the comments below. And of course, if you guys like this video, then be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you guys would like to see more of such future content. Till the next time, I'm your host, Korriban Gaming. Peace out.